Independent nonprofit radio becomes part of your lasting gift to Martha's Vineyard and the world. The process is simple, but your support lives well into the future. Learn about our new planned giving program at mvyradio.org/legacy circle or contact Director of Development Karen Altieri at karen@mvyradio.org or 508-693-5000.
Ooh, MVY Radio, here we are. No, I'm not PJ, and Polly, I'm so sorry that I cut off Bob Dylan for you. We'll catch up with him later. But we're going to start early, Will Dailey. How are you?
I mean, I just interrupted Bob Dylan, so I'm feeling pretty, like I'm moving up in the world.
For sure. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful today. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, welcome back.
I'm so happy to be here.
Year number 3.
Year number 3.
On a boat, singing to us.
Yeah.
Playing for us.
Returning to the boat.
Thank you.
You guys have a person that wrote a song called Sunken Ship, playing on a boat. It's pretty brave.
That's true. I never thought of that. I went on a cruise and I watched the Titanic. Can you believe it? They were showing the Titanic on the ship that I was on, which is kind of clever, you know, but there you go.
Yeah, and the people who watch Jaws while they're floating in the ocean, stuff like that, I can't do it.
Well, so Will Dailey is busy tonight. He's going to be on the Alabama for our cruise for our friends of MVY Radio. And let me ask you right off the bat, what is it like playing on a boat? What? Like, does it matter to you?
It doesn't. I mean, you play every gig under the sun, you know. So, look, if we were going to be on a rowboat, I'd be like, this is a little weird. I would call my manager, but we're on a beautiful. We're on a ship, you know.
Yeah, so you're not going to feel it as much.
It's very special.
Yeah.
And I've just had so many wild, weird, beautiful, strange gigs over my career.
Yeah.
20-year
career,
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
By the way, so you have won how many Boston Music Awards? 3? 2 or 3? He doesn't know. How humble is that? I would know. I would talk about it. You have 2.
8 or 9.
8 or 9. All right, 8 or 9. How does that feel? I mean, how does it feel to be known as one of the best songwriters and most versatile and all of that, all these accolades as you walk around Boston? Do you get a big head or do you keep it up?
I don't have them out. They're in a box, you know. It does feel good when you get them. It's nice to be recognized. I think it's nice for the community that you've fostered through your music that has followed you on the ups and downs to feel seen. Because I'm always feeling, I feel seen by an audience or dropping a couple vinyls in the mail. You know, I feel that all the time. So it's nice to know that there's some of those things that are in the business of music. You can't pick a best of anything. You know, there's no such thing as that. But it's an opportunity to say thank you, to feel recognized for the work. And also, awards are a function of the art business, the business of art.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
And for everyone to have the jobs that we, the artists, are the oil and the gasoline for.
Mm-hmm. This is an easy segue because you do something that I love so much, How to Cry. How to Cry, and also this Cover of the Clouds.
Yes.
Do you want to play a song first and then talk about, I don't know how long.
My song titles that you just said? What is up with that?
What's up with that? So shall we tell the story first or do a little backstory?
I'll play a song. I mean, I'm not permitted to play Cover of Clouds.
Okay.
And I'll explain why later.
Okay.
And How to Cry, I've never played by myself.
Oh.
I've never played by myself.
Oh, I wasn't even asking. I was going to ask you to talk about it because it's fascinating what your mission is.
Yeah. But I will play a song from the album Boys Talking. That we'll explain in a minute. This is called Tremble on Me.
Will Dailey in the studio here at MVY Radio.
Standing at your headstone, staring at my phone, scared that I might try calling, laugh because that was your job. Tremble on me, tremble on me. Soon I will be done shaking. You can tremble on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Afterwards you see the warnings. Thought we got the guns. Still some nights it keeps me turning. The pain you left is our afterlife. Tremble on me, tremble on me. Soon I will be done shaking. You can tremble on me, tremble on me, tremble on me. Soon I will be done shaking. You can tremble on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't a thought now lights my way. Oh, there we are. Lucky if we know the last time we say goodbye, bye, 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 bye. Your last text. I'm checking out. Whatever you do, I love. Tremble on me. There's no way out that I could see. Soon you will be done shaking, and you can tremble on me, tremble on me. Soon I will be done shaking. You can tremble on me, tremble on. Tremble on. On and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. On and on and on and on and on.
MVY Radio, Will Dailey. I wasn't expecting the ending there. I think it's a DJ thing. Like, oh, it didn't stop for real.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had in there either.
That was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Will Dailey, you're in the station. You know, you're going to be playing tonight on the boat, and I know one of the things that's very important to you that really grooves with me, because I think it's what it's all about, is your connection to your audience. And the fact that you're not on TV, you're with me, right? And there's an energy happening here. And I know you even have projects around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's so wonderful.
Yeah, it's you know, you hear a lot, and we've seen a lot for many, many years now, like, where's the great protest songs? Where's the new protest songs? What are the artists doing? And man, the artists are grinding out there.
Oh yeah.
Every single one, top to bottom. And all the protest songs are all these songs of social consciousness and togetherness. We have them. They exist, and they've served a purpose throughout our time together in the past 100 years, and they're still there to be pulled out when we need them, and they're still being created now, but we are in the tyranny of content. 200,000 songs come out a day.
What? Is that true?
That's true.
Wow, that's a fact. That's crazy.
So if I believe a song is very important and needs to be heard, and I drop it into that abyss of all that content, I'm immediately devaluing the role that it should play in our connection to each other.
It's getting lost.
Yeah. And so the solution would be like, these platforms are doing it. This. I'm like, well, what if I just say, I'm going to start with people before platforms? And I started this in 2023 with what you mentioned, the cover of Clouds, which is a song title of mine. It was the first song I recorded with my longtime drummer and creative partner, Dave Brophy, and I could be in a studio together after lockdowns, you know, when you're in a room with masks. And I said, look, man, I just need to go into the studio and record this one song I have. You and I, it'll just be a therapy project for us to see if we even still can do this after everything we've been through, and all our momentum is lost, and all our work got completely thrown out the window by that. And the song, we did it on Cape Cod with John Evans, who works with Tori Amos, and did it in 2 days, and the song came out. They're like, so you really want this whole ending and intro? The song came out to be 6.5 minutes. Which is a long time nowadays for a song.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah. And I said, and then I immediately felt like I don't feel like throwing it into that abyss. And I sat on it for 6 months, and then I had a tour with the Wallflowers coming up. And I took a drive over to Dave's house. We were going to work on Boys Talking, and I said, put on Cover of Clouds. And burst into his place, and I was like, man, this song's incredible that we did 8 months ago. We did it. Like, it's everything I've ever dreamed. And I'm just gonna, on this tour, put it on my merch table with a CD player, over-the-ear headphones, and people can pay $10 to listen to it one time in their life.
Wow.
And since 2003, Cover of Clouds has been on my merch table. It's not on an album. It's not on a platform. It's not on YouTube. There's no digital copy. To the point, and then there's a book that travels with it. People write in the book, and there's like 8 languages in the book now.
Wow.
And it's about, I kind of wrote the song when I learned that Joni Mitchell painted many of her covers. And I had, oh God, something more awesome that she does. Right? So now I gotta paint covers just to be somewhere within her shadow. And it's Cover of Clouds.
Mm.
And what it feels like to always be gleefully in the shadow of such excellence.
It's also kind of ironic that it would be clouds because in the cloud you're not.
Yes.
You know, that's sort of
Exactly,
interesting to me. Yeah.
And bringing it down to those attention details and the experiences that I've had. Look, it's been clunky, and my manager was furious, you know, and he's like, "This is your best song," and I was like, "Yeah, but then
That's why.
you have these discussions. Is this my best song, or is this experience allowing you to listen right now?"
Wow.
And and there's people over the past two years who are like, "Yeah, cool song," and then there's people who are bawling at the merch table.
Oh, really? Mm.
And
Did you say they pay $10 though,
You pay
right?
$10,
So
yeah.
you're paying something. I mean, it's not just.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
there is a
And-
financial.
Yeah,
Your manager knows.
Yeah.
That was probably your manager's idea.
No, that was mine
Oh,
because I
good
wanted
for
the,
you.
I wanted the commitment. I wanted
Yes,
the
yes. An investment into what they're going to
because
hear.
music, the being in the tyranny of content, music, it's like fire and water and cooking. It's been with us since day one of our cellular design, and we have reduced it into these measurements that we all say are unhealthy, that we all know are unhealthy. And you asked me about awards. I'm perfectly grateful, but that is by no means the measurement of success. Someone crying at my merch table 2 hours north of Detroit who's never heard of me before,
Wow.
to a song they've never heard before or will ever hear again. That's my job if I'm going to ask for your dollar for a ticket or an album. Because if I was doing something as honorable as teaching, I'd still be writing songs at night. That's what I would be doing. That's just what I'd be doing anyways.
So you write songs at night? You don't write during the day?
I mean, no, when I wasn't.
But how do you?
No.
But how do you? Are you walking around like, oh, there's there's
my
a clock,
writing
let's write
style
a
is
song.
like pure chaos and like accepting pure chaos.
Really?
And, like,
Yeah.
everything everywhere all the time, writing words all the time, writing music all the time.
Just like
writing riffs.
scratching, literally like longhand
But
writing.
also like sitting down, like, okay, time to like make sense of this madness, or oh, that song came together in 5 minutes, and that song came together in 5 years, and being open to all of it. I have friends who songwriting is inspirational to me. It was like, no, I sit down on Tuesdays and I write. Oh,
they have
sounds-
that discipline. They have, yeah,
that
but
sounds
their
so
brain
glorious.
knows
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
it's a routine that,
Yeah.
just like practicing, I would imagine. You know, when something becomes a body muscle memory, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna go with it.
So it's me, like it's all the time. It's happening right
It's
now. while
Is
I'm
it
working on
really?
it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's already a
It's-
song
yeah,
called
we should-
Allison.
Yeah, I know. I'm
And
sitting
if
here
I
while
hear
I'm
one
talking,
more-
we're getting really frustrated trying to come up with like euphemisms right all this stuff right now. It's terrible.
So, speaking of writing, when did you decide this was your job? And have you had any other jobs?
I've had many jobs.
No.
I mean, at this point, I run a record label and we help other artists and other. all
Oh,
kinds
tell
of
us more
things.
about this.
Well, I mean, I was on major labels and then I started producing people. And when I got out of the major label system, I started my own label and consulting system to help other artists. And
Good for you,
my
Will.
manager and I, we put about $200,000 in artists' pocket in Greater Boston
No
every year
kidding.
through
Wow.
festivals and.
So up and coming artists,
Yeah,
like unknown, unsigned.
But not only that, more like I'm the artist in residence at Omni Seaport.
Okay.
And what I've designed there is when you walk into the Omni Seaport hotel lobby, overhead you're hearing New England artists playing in the speakers, mixed in with everything else.
Yeah.
But you're walking in, and I stay in more hotels than anybody. You walk into a place that immediately sounds like where you are. And on many nights of the week, on their stages or in their little corners of this beautiful sprawling lobby, five restaurants throughout this, global hotel chain, doing a very soulful thing by having an artist in residence.
Yeah.
There's an upright bass player just playing jazz.
Oh, I love that.
A cellist, a DJ, a beat maker.
And where are you in all of this? Are you off the set? Are you off the?
No, I'm just curating. I'm keeping that vision flowing because multiple things. We go anywhere. I go to Europe and I go into sound check and like, we got you McDonald's tonight. Like, oh, come on. Like, what do you, we are so homogenized globally now. I want people to walk into Boston and be like, all right,
I want beans.
I'm in a place.
Yeah,
I'm in a place that is this place. So overhead, New England music is playing. On the stages are artists, and not just the Will Daileys of the world or an up-and-comer, but like the people who make my records tick.
Yeah,
who are waiting for a call from Will Dailey to go on tour. Well, they need work during the day and on the evenings and all this stuff. So I have classical guitar players and jazz players all over my records. They're getting work there and telling their story.
This makes sense why you're such an amazing storyteller, like on the spot. Because it's not just your stories, it's everybody's stories. And you're incorporating them into your life. And I think that's so cool.
And it sounds lovely. And I'm also making sure like the excellence that I need in my community can be there.
Right.
For
and
me.
seen,
it's
like
selfish.
you said.
Yeah, let's take away all the nice things. It's like I need that bass player to have work.
Right.
Not just work for money, but work with his fingers so that when I call him, like, I got this song, it's called Cover of Clouds and it's really weird and I need you to do this.
Right, so you have a list of
living
players.
His life and his vision. He comes with language to me, and then the art is elevated because art doesn't happen in a vacuum. It never has.
It's trying to with AI and all of that. It's not working because somewhere in your body that's just not real. There's something about the human heart that beats out. Right. Speaking of which, I need another song. That's my job.
All right.
Get him to play, Alison. So, set us up for this next one, Will Dailey.
This is a song off Boys Talking, which we'll speak about next. But this is not released. This particular song on platforms. But I think. Did you guys have Matt Smith here as a guest DJ?
Yes. Well, he is our DJ for the.
Yeah. He spun this song from the record.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
It's called Sometimes the Night.
Will Dailey on MVY.
Sometimes the night feels like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night feels like the only time to be alive. She slips out the door, fakes the drag, longest pull she ever had, holds it in. Lights out now, stepping in her head, spotlight call, she hits her mark, she can spin. Sometimes the night is like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night is like the only time to be alive. Beneath our toes a precipice, the tether's just a barrier to his weight. Oh, princess of power camera stop, make it anytime she wants in any way. That's true. Sometimes the night is strange. Sometimes it's all unsafe. And sometimes the night is like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night. like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night feels like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night returns to pieces of the she can keep and hold on to until she wakes up. Sometimes the night is like the only time to be alive. Sometimes the night, sometimes the night.
Wow. Way to fill up a studio with sound, Will Dailey.
Thank you.
Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Watching you sing that too, you know, just the passion coming out of you, and actually the physicality it takes to sing, you know? Yeah,
I think
it
I might have
does.
kicked the desk here at some point, but
Well,
it held firm.
Did you kick it?
I kicked
Are you
something.
having
I was
a
like,
problem over it?
no,
Oh,
I
oh,
just
oh.
moved my leg out. I
There's a kick drum.
I went to gyrate, and I was like, I forgot I was in a studio.
Are you okay?
I'm all right. Is the desk okay?
The desk is fine. The range is amazing. Your range is amazing. Like, did you study at Berkeley or something? I mean, was this
No.
or are you self-taught?
No, self-taught, but
Dang.
so just survival method and just great mentors.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I was, 21, thought I was on top of the world. 20, yeah, I met this, friend of mine now, Tom Polche, producer, out in LA. Man, the first couple songs I did with him, I went home crying. Because he just worked me so hard behind the microphone. And
So maybe that's what inspired you to help artists now, is that you had the
Yeah,
encouragement and the, and also the discipline instilled
absolutely.
when you were starting. That carries through.
And
that
I thought
matters,
I was
yeah.
disciplined, but Michael Jackson got that workout. Stevie Nicks got that workout. It doesn't come without it. And we are sold, a bag of goods like, they did it and the passion was in their heart. And I was like, no, there's people behind all of us. None of us get anywhere alone. And, a lot of artists, Prince, he recorded everything himself. And okay, but when you dig into the story, the songs that we all now still sing from Prince are the ones that he worked on with the band Time. And they really pushed him to another level. And those are the songs that are the most indelible.
Watching collaborations amazes me. When you have two guitarists, they have their own language. They've never played together before. They don't know each other.
Yes.
And someone starts playing the other, and then you have a song.
Yeah.
And good enough to air, like right on the spot.
Right.
And that's a language that just fascinates me, just to watch. I almost don't want to know more about it, because of the magic, Yeah. It is magic. Let's talk about boys talking.
Okay.
So talk to me.
So
Boy.
I mean, following, a $10 song project, I was like, how can I go forward with what I know now, as being so emotionally rewarding, right, by this process?
Yeah.
And then I was like, we went in, and I said, I need to make a record where everyone's in the room. And I'm not painting on the canvas a lot later, because what can happen is you'll go in, maybe you'll track in the studio with everyone, but then you can go home to your studio with one or two other people and just paint on the canvas and fix everything and move everything in the computer. Very lovely that we can do that, and we can create any kind of way. I'm a fan of creating any way that we can. But being in a room together, like you just said, is a rarity. It's very expensive, first of all, to get great players. I could call my friends and they do me a favor, but then I wouldn't feel right? And I wanted the best people. I want to be the least talented person in the room when I'm making my record.
Oh, that's so well put.
So we got Kevin Barry, Alicia Amador, James Rohr, Joe McMahon, Jerry Moses Curtis, and Dave Brophy, my longtime, partner and bandmate. And we cut this album on the floor facing each other. Wow. No one got demos. We showed up in the morning. I'd be like, I have this song sometimes at night. And I would just play it just like that. And then everyone would be like, okay, let's go in. What are the chords? And by take 1 to 27, we had the take that you hear on the record. And you might overdub a solo, you might overdub a backup vocal and stuff like that, but the bass, drums, guitar, sometimes lead vocal are what you're hearing from the room.
You're capturing that moment
And it sounds like-
organically. I
and-
love that.
Right, and a lot of people listening might be like, isn't that how it goes? No. It has been that way for not just the modern age, but since
You know,
the
that's a
late
good
70s.
point. Like to clean things up after the original. You know, you make a really good point. What if the people that were in that original room aren't in the studio doing the edits or whatever? You know,
Right.
that's not their song. And you're like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a very important part of collaboration, not stealing a song and making it just yours.
Yeah, so we that's how the whole project started, and I remember we were gonna call it maybe one of the titles of the song, like Sometimes the Night or Send Some Energy, but I'm always afraid to do that because people will like get the record and think, well, I really need to listen to that one and not listen.
Boys Talking is great.
And-
Come on.
And so I'm on
it's
the
perfect.
phone with Dave, and he's going, because we would, we talk almost every day anyways, but when we're making a record, we're talking 3 times a day, and he's usually, my therapist, and I'm like, everything's horrible, this is my worst record ever, and that's how it is to get to the finish line, and I said, I don't know what we're gonna call this, man. And he goes, I know, I'm saying it should be called Sense of Energy. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And I go, honestly, it's like all these songs are just, about men trying to communicate. It's like a bunch of boys talking, the whole record. And it's just one of those phone calls. He goes, dude. I go, dude. And there's a bunch of dudes back and forth.
Yeah.
Then we're
Boys
screaming,
talking.
and then we're screaming like little kids. Oh my God, we did it! And we're running around the room. That's it, boys talking. Oh my God, that's the record.
It
every song is this.
is.
And every song is that to some degree, because people don't teach boys how to talk, how to communicate their feelings, how to listen, and we don't start there. We start with our strengths and abilities.
Well, and I read something that you had, it was a quote from you, I think, I hope, that it is the vulnerability, it is to show that to the world. That's just, it's a gift to both. It's a gift to be able to tell your story. It's a gift to listen to a story because you can relate to it. And then suddenly you're friends with that musician on stage, that you're connected. You have something that's unifying you. But that vulnerability is hard. I know I'm known as a crier on this because I can't hold it. I can't.
Right.
Music will just do that, just, you'll lose it, and that's let it go. Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it happen. We're all so tight, everything's so tight and clean and
Right.
but it's not. That's not real, is it?
Right, and emotion is something that we put into a script and put on TV or in a
Right.
film, and it's really this wild thing that should just pour out whenever we need to, and if we allow that to happen, then when someone else is going through it, it's not as shocking. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you see, like nothing affects me like when
If Will Dailey can go through it, I can.
yeah, right. And, the not sharing your vulnerabilities, not being able to say, I don't know. Like,
But
the
it
amount
does
of-
so
the
well
amount
with
of, like,
boys talking because, like you just said, they don't. They
Yeah.
don't talk about it. My own husband's like, tell me how you feel. I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
What? Why?
Right.
So it's almost like a gateway
Right.
to.
Ask him how he feels about the lawnmower, though. And
Oh, no
it'll be-
kidding!
It will be. He will describe himself through
That's
the
so
lawnmower.
cute. That's true.
Yeah. Or their golf game. Yeah.
So tonight, you will be on a boat and you're going to be playing a whole bunch of songs. And what do we play to go out with? What do you want to play? Something else from Boys Talking, or
I'll
is
play
there something crazy out of your archives in your head?
I'll save that for the boat people.
Boat
people.
Can we call them that?
Yeah.
Jay, is that right?
Don't you just see a bunch of heads
Rich.
coming out of the water right now with
Rich.
seaweed on their hair? Like, we're here for the boat ride.
And by the way, Rich, thank you for putting this on our YouTube. We should say that we have a YouTube channel and all of that. How do we follow you? Well, if we're not with
Well,
you.
don't follow me in person. That's what you
Yeah, I won't. I promise.
But I would say Instagram, Will Dailey Official. Facebook,
Okay.
Will Dailey. But you just gotta spell Dailey, D-A-I-L-E-Y. But if you write Will
How
and
else would you spell
D-A-I
it?
now, online now, I pretty much pop up. Which is
Oh,
like
you
feels like
did,
an
'cause I did
accomplishment,
that.
You know?
I did that when I was getting my hair washed.
Yeah.
Hair done. I was like, who's Will? Who's
let
Will?
me cram this
Who's
with
Will?
some information.
Who's
This got
Will?
really quick.
Who's Will? Then the decision went. Well, what are we going to play to take
I'll-
us out?
I'll play a song I think you guys
And
will
you're
play.
going to come back, right? Because this is year 3. If you're not going to come back in year 4, then I'm going to feel really weird.
And I gotta
like,
do a summer show 26
Oh,
here.
yeah. Why?
We almost did it this year, it just didn't fit in.
Oh, you mean the
summer concert,
concerts?
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wouldn't
either-
you and Mashpee?
Well, ones you have, or
I thought
someone
you
was talking
did.
to me about.
You didn't?
I have, no, not this summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is someone's asking about the Strand? Is the Strand one here?
Yep, the Strand's here. So this is Will Dailey here at MVY Radio, who will be playing on the Alabama tonight for a small audience of our donors and friends and things like that. But you can also buy the record, right? This is buyable, right?
It's buyable. That's the thing. Boys Talking has been backward. We didn't quite get to that, but it's the song's been released by the people who buy the record. So since last September, I've been on the road with the vinyl, with the CD, with the tape. You can download it off my site or Bandcamp, and the songs that are released onto platforms are voted on by the people who own the record.
There you go, you anarchist, you.
And
That's
when
great.
I'm done promoting this record, people before platforms, I'll drop it on in full on all the platforms, and I'll announce the next thing.
That's great. Well, Dailey, what a pleasure to talk to you. You're a lot of fun.
You as well. We've had so much fun today.
We did
and
have
we're not
fun.
even done. We're going
We're
on
not.
a boat.
We are.
This is the Moon
Can you swim? Can we swim? Will Dailey on MVY.
You could do 75. Tires going bald and your paint pulling off the roads of your tail lights out. I gripped the wheel and on came horizons, passing cars in the opposite lane while the radio is cutting out. Alright, I can still hear your engine moan, saying I'm just here to get you where you need to go. Alright, let's top of the tank and got it out west. We can try our best to make the sunset last. Try our best to make the sunset last. When I hit 16, he tossed me the keys, said if you give it, it's yours to me. Busted down as the man who gave. I put more in than his word. I pulled out fast and forced that I just never bothered with. Alright, I can still hear your engine moan, saying I'm just here to get you where you need to go. Alright, that's the top of the tank, got it out west. We can try our best to make the sunset last. We can try our best to make the sunset last. His only advice was don't end up like me. Never rather say nothing and see how he feels. I got a Polaroid of a burning kid, a carousel and a blur behind him, leaning on a shiny new wood. Fear now, I recognize those eyes in the rear view across the great divide as I race back home in time to say goodbye. My old ride, I can still hear your engine moan, saying I'm just here to get you where you need to go.
Helping families navigate
Yes,
long-term
Will
care insurance
Dailey.
claims for more than a decade. Information is available at